Hey y'all, it's Tiffany Lee and I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how I achieve these faux locks as well as this hairstyle, which is a half up half down with 2-strand twists. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I have 2 full packs of free tress braid pre-fluffed pop and twist in 16 inches, as well as 2.5 bundles that I already had on hand. And then I'm also using 2 full packs of Connect-A-Line freestyle crochet water wave in 18 inches. So you're also going to need a braiding gel of your choice, some duck clips, some rubber bands, a crochet hook, a rat tail comb, some hair clips, and your favorite edge control. Mine happens to be Edge Booster. Okay, so now that we got our long list of supplies out of the way, we can go ahead and get started. So I'm starting out by parting off my first section, and I did 4 different blocks in this section. So I'm doing 4 mini braids. I'm gonna braid my whole head and just get those plaits out of the way, and then we're gonna start the locks. So if you already know how to braid, you know how you want to map out your hair, you can skip this part and just skip to the part where I'm actually doing the locks. But I like to get my whole head braided first, and then I go ahead and wrap my hair around for my locks. So I know some people, like especially for braiding tutorials, they like to know exactly how many braids were in each section or how many sections there were. So I just figured I would include this visual just in case anybody needs to get a better idea of how many braids they need to do. So as you can see on the bottom row, I have 4 braids, and then on the second row I have 6. And just keep in mind that you want to have an even amount of braids in each row, because you'll see what I mean like towards the end when I'm doing the hairstyle. But because we're doing 2-strand twists, you want to make sure that you have an even amount of braids so that you have 2 every time that you're doing the twist. So at this point, what I like to do, once I have the bottom section completed, I like to just part in the middle of my head horizontally. This just helps me map out my sections better, because as you can see, I have the bottom portion, and then I have that middle section, and then also the top part. So I like to start in the back, and then I move to the middle, and then I like to do the top portion last. So now the bottom and middle sections are finally complete. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on the top. And I do want to mention that I like to use braiding gel when I do my parts. So I had applied some braiding gel to the middle part and then just defined it with my rat tail comb. Made sure that part was nice and straight. And then I went ahead and braided the top. And then once we're finished this, we're going to get to the exciting part. Just stay tuned because we're about to be installing these locks. So now that I've completed my braids throughout my whole head, I'm just showing y'all a closer look at my parts, and I'm pretty sure I had about 66 or 76. I remember counting, but I forgot to put it in my notes so that I could tell y'all in the video. So don't quote me on that, but I did try to count for y'all. It really is the thought that counts, y'all. So anywhere between 66 to 76. I just can't remember which one. But now let's get into installing these locks. Like, we're finally here. We made it. So now that we're getting started, to do my locks, I like to take a piece of the water pop and twist and also a piece of the water wave. So I'm sticking my crochet hook in between the root of the braid, and then I'm attaching the hair in that hook, and then I'm lifting that little piece on the hook just to make sure it's secure, so when I pull through, everything will stay in that hook there. So I'm just going to pull that through, and then I'm going to make sure that one side is longer than the other, and the side that's longer, that's the side that I'm going to be using to actually do the wrapping, and then the other side that's shorter with my hair, that's going to be what I'm going to be wrapping around. So even though that side is going to be shorter, I still do want to make sure that it's longer than my hair, because even though the locks are going to be short in the end, I do want to make them long because we are going to be wrapping the ends up. So we do want to make sure that the lock is pretty long to start, and then once we wrap it, that's what's going to give us our short bob look. So I'm just going to continue wrapping and 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 wrapping until I get to the bottom, and then I'm just going to go ahead and clip it. I'm going to do the same thing to the one right next to it, and then we're going to start the 2-strand twist. The 2-strand twist is pretty simple. Literally all you do is take each lock and just twist it in whatever direction is going to prevent the hair from unraveling. So I'm just doing my twist, and then you'll see me take the bottom, and then I'm gonna wrap that up, rubber band it, and that's gonna give me my desired length. So whatever length you want it to do, you could do it longer, you could do it shorter, but you're just gonna take the end, pull it up, and then wrap it around and use your rubber band to secure it. This is what the first one is looking like. How cute is it? Like, I thought it came out so cute. I was so excited to show you guys. So now we're gonna do this a bunch of times over. So I'm just doing that on the other side. And like I said earlier, I had mentioned that you want to make sure that you have an even amount of braids in each row for this exact reason, because as you can see, I'm working in twos because this is a, everybody say it together, 2-strand twist. So you just want to keep that in mind, like I said earlier, when you're doing your parts. And yeah, we're gonna have to do this whole process over and over and over. So I'm just gonna let y'all watch. I'm gonna take a break from the yapping for a little bit, let y'all enjoy the video, relax, unwind, grab a snack, just vibe out to the music, let y'all watch me do what I do. I always want to show love to my visual learners because I know sometimes it can get confusing when I'm trying to explain it. So like I said, I'm just gonna let y'all watch me finish doing the bottom section, and then I'll be back to tell y'all how to do the top. So once the bottom section is completed, I can go ahead and start working on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and install the locks the same way I did for the bottom, but the only difference with the top is I won't be doing the 2-strand twist because this section isn't going to be hanging down. So instead I'm going to be twisting them back because they're going to be going into a ponytail because this is a half up half down style. So you'll see what I mean in a little bit. And instead of twisting these two together like I did in the back, I'm going to be installing them all individually and then showing y'all how I'll twist them back. As you can see, all my locks on the side are installed individually, so now I can begin twisting. And to do the twist portion, I'm just taking each lock like it's regular strands of hair, and I'm just taking the two pieces and twisting them together. I can't explain it any other way, but it's like doing a cornrow, but instead of cornrowing, you're like doing it like you're twisting to the scalp. So that's what I'm doing with each lock, and then I'm just going to make sure that it's secure. I'm going to do that on the other side once those locks are installed, and then I'm going to put it into a ponytail. So I went ahead and did the twist on the other side off camera, and I just went ahead and started putting my hair into a ponytail. And by this point, let me tell you, my arms were on fire, but we had to persist. I had to get this done for y'all. So I went ahead and took the pieces that were in the ponytail and then just did that 2-strand twist method from earlier and secured the ends to make them a little bit shorter and give them that blunt look. So I just continued that method throughout the entire ponytail, and then you'll see what it looks like in a little bit. So if you usually watch any of my hair videos, you know I usually like to save my edges for last, but today, I don't know what was going on with my forehead, but it was just booming. Like, I was ready to put a waist trainer on my forehead because I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ended up doing my edges midway through this ponytail. So I'm just going to take my edge booster, lay my edges real quick, get rid of this Jumbotron forehead really quick, and then we're going to get back into the ponytail. This is me just finishing up that last section and doing the finishing touches to my ponytail, and this is what we came up with, y'all. I think this hairstyle came out so cute. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I had to let it marinate a little bit because I just wasn't used to it. It was my first time doing this hairstyle. But once I really took a look at it, I was like, Tiffany, you really did that. Like, you're her. You did that. So like I said, I really like this hairstyle. I really hope y'all like this hairstyle. I hope y'all try it. I hope this tutorial helped y'all. And yeah, thank you so much. If you watched this video all the way to the end, you don't know how much I appreciate you. And I'm sure y'all appreciate me too, because I feel like I might have helped y'all out. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. So in these next few clips, you'll just see me showing off my new hairstyle. And yeah, I just started feeling myself the more and more I looked at this hairstyle. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. That concludes this voiceover. So bye guys. Alright you guys, so that concludes today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I actually enjoyed doing this hairstyle so much. This was my first time attempting to do this hairstyle. It definitely took some time, but I also took breaks throughout the day, so I honestly don't know how long it would have taken me if I would have just sat and did it straight through. But I always take advantage of the fact that I do my own hair, so I never truly know how long it takes me to do my hair. People ask me all the time, oh my gosh, how long did it take to do your hair? And I'm like, I just give an estimate, but I really don't know. Like I said, this was not an easy task. I lost some nails, as you can see. But like I said, that is all for today's video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you stay blessed, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.